Welcome back to another podcast of Built Different with Levi Warner. Today I'm joined with my sister Cozi as always, and the newest member of our team, Jake Malchuski. Hey Jake.
How's it going?
Good, how are you? Good. So we're excited to announce that Jake's part of our real estate sales team. I'm going to help sell new construction. We've known Jake a long time. He went to school with my son Cameron, and they wrestled together, so excited to have you.
I'm stoked.
Okay, I have some good questions for you guys.
Right. So let's start a little bit and get a little bit of info from Jake, just like a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. So like he said, went to school with his son. So I went to Skyview here in town in Billings.
Yeah.
Grew up here and then wrestled in college up in North Idaho College in Coeur d'Alene. And then went for 3 years, didn't quite get my 2 year, and I was like, well, I got to do something. And so started working on real estate, did kind of like some miscellaneous jobs here and there, working a lot of construction, labor type jobs. And I was like, yeah, I got to do real estate.
What was your major?
I didn't even, nothing. I had a 0 degree.
Beer pong and girls.
Wrestling. Wrestling was what I was doing. Yeah, I was getting my grades so I could compete. And then after that, I was like, nope.
Absolutely.
Let's just afford to live here. So, yeah, wrestling was why I went to college.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, I was like, all right, maybe I should have focused on school. I was like, real estate is like something I've always kind of enjoyed. Like my parents love going to open houses. It could be something to kind of look into. And then with doing construction too, I was like, new construction is like the perfect, with my last mentor and stuff, would talk to him and be like, new construction is what I want to get into just because I love like working like that type of laboring type stuff. So I want to be around those kind of guys and all that stuff. So I was like, new construction.
I don't like working that labor.
You don't like it? Oh man, I kind of miss it sometimes. Yeah, no, it's just the pace of work, I guess.
For me, it's just happened to be somewhere at a certain time.
Yeah, exactly. It's the hours.
Yeah,
it's the hours.
You have to be somewhere at a certain time.
You got to show up at 7. You can't leave it. Like if I and then you're kind of at you're at the mercy of everybody else.
Yeah,
you have to work in the cold.
You have to work in the cold.
You have to work in the cold.
Yeah,
that is maybe the worst of it.
I worked construction in Fairbanks, Alaska, for a year. That was cold. That would be miserable. Yeah, and I'm the worst outdoorsman on the planet. I don't hunt or fish or anything like that. So Alaska was not my jam. So, man. Well, great. So today we're going to talk about, Cozi's got some fun questions. We're going to do some like new salesman versus old salesman. Rookie vet, yes.
Rookie versus vet.
Can we say OG? Would that be a little better?
Yeah, that's what they say now. This is OG.
So we're going to talk some basic sales, which is my favorite topic.
So Levi, how long have you been in real estate?
So Cam was probably just born, so a little over 20 years probably. I've been being a realtor.
Okay. So one of you is pretty new. One of you is 20 years in, right? Same industry.
Seasoned.
Same industry, different lens. What do you see right now that the other might be blind to?
Oh, I'll start. For me, what I think is different now from then that people are blind is that sales really doesn't change. How you advertise may change. Cozi and I joke, like when I started, people still use the yellow pages. Mm-hmm. Now you don't even see yellow pages.
Jake, do you know what yellow pages are?
I've heard of yellow pages. I've never watched a yellow page in my life.
Right. But sales is still a relationship business. That's what I think, people just want, they want it to be a text message or an email where it's really a face-to-face personal business where people do business with their friends. Mm. So it's still hand-to-hand combat, in my opinion, where the young folk think that it's you don't have to reach out and touch. You don't have to have those personal touches. Mm-hmm. Is kind of my opinion there.
Okay. Jake, do you have anything you think Levi might be blind to that you see?
That Levi might be blind to. I think Levi sees pretty 25-20. I think it's 20-20 what he sees.
Oh, stop sucking up to. I'm just kidding.
No, look at his shoes. His shoes are even.
My shoes are on point. He's young. I got my swag on today. I got the Tony Soprano watch on. We're ready to go. Yeah.
Okay, so Levi was also an athlete at one point in his life.
Oh, I think
so
many years ago.
Yeah. So what did sports teach you that most real estate agents would never learn?
Why don't you start, Jake? You want to start with this one?
Oh my gosh, it teaches for me because we both wrestled growing up too. So I think wrestling especially teaches a grit and like just a determination where nothing can break it. When you have your mind set on something, like
Absolutely,
there's nothing that's going to sway it. So
yeah, the competition is, and a lot of people get mad at me. I catch a lot of shit from our industry because I'm so competitive, and they want it always to be light and fluffy. And to like, even the bank called me one time because on the podcast I said, hate and fear are my biggest drivers. I hate my competition and I fear being broke. But if you go out on a wrestling mat and you don't hate your competition, they're gonna kill you.
Yeah, you gotta hate them while you're out there,
right?
For that little time,
for that 6 minutes,
for that time being,
hug it out after the end, that kind of thing.
No, it definitely gives you a competitive edge that I don't think a lot of other anything really in life can give you. I mean, school, I guess it does kind of teach you to stay consistent, but the competitive drive that sports gives you, it's kind of unparalleled when you're down 14-1 in a match and then you come back and pin the guy.
Yeah.
And it teaches you that no matter how down you are, you can always make it.
Oh, that's a fantastic point. That's really good. The one thing that I really think that is not a sexy answer is the reps. Mm-hmm. You wrestled with Cam and his outside single and his single leg dump were fantastic. Mm-hmm. But he did that in practice thousands and thousands of times.
Yeah.
You had great moves that you didn't just watch a YouTube video and try it and it worked and was like, okay, great. No, you practice it
thousands of times. Yeah, what do they say? It takes 1,000 reps to become a master.
100%.
Yeah.
And the same thing is in sales. Mm-hmm. You meet somebody at an open house and you're like, hi, I'm Jake, and it doesn't, whatever you said didn't work. So then you tweak it when you come to an open house with me, it's the same spiel every single time. Mm-hmm. I've got this, it's tried and true, it works. I might tweak it here and there depending on what I have in common with the people, but it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
We have it so down with each other that if we're in a sales spot together, we tell the same jokes. To where I know what joke he's gonna say, but they work.
Yeah, they work, and it's mostly me making fun of Cozi. Yeah. Right on cue.
Cozi knows how to battle back.
She does. Yeah. She does. I don't think there's a better attribute for a salesman than being an athlete at some point. Because you know how to come back from the odds, like you talked about, and you're willing to put in the work.
Mm-hmm. The other thing I'll even say a lot about wrestling that probably other sports don't have is you have 5 matches in one day. If you lose one, you have to go do it again in an hour.
And then you have more matches too. Yeah. It's if you win, you have 3 that day, but if you lose, you might end up having 6 that day.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to be able to shake that off and
get right back out there. Right.
Yeah.
You might not land the first person that walks in the open house, but you shake that off and you go get the next one.
Yeah.
The other thing about wrestling compared to other sports is you're out there by yourself.
I was just gonna say
there's the spotlight's on you.
If you lose, it's embarrassing.
It is. Yep, your dad's chewing your ass.
You got people on you. And I feel like it honestly equates too.
Yeah.
Real estate.
100%. You can't blame anybody. If I beat Cozi in our open house competition I lost count.
Oh, get out of here.
He doesn't stop on me, does he?
I landed at the end.
Cozi gets him to the table.
Yeah, well,
Levi builds the house.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you know when to push through pain versus when you're being stupid and need recovery in training and business?
In business, you just keep pushing no matter what. It's different when it's your body. Obviously, you got to know what you're doing there. But in business, there's going to be down times.
Yeah.
January is always a sucky time. But you just got to keep pushing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What do you think, Cozi?
No, I agree. You just have to keep pushing, even when it sucks.
Yeah.
And feels brutal.
Yeah.
Right? Shake it off.
There's no reason. With your body, like you said, you got to be a little careful sometimes.
Right.
Sometimes. I usually try and be more, if I'm oh man, if I'm sick, I don't want to get other people sick.
Right.
But if I'm hurt,
Yeah.
I'll shake it out for a little bit. I can troop. It's just
So what's something you do daily that feels boring but compounds massively over time?
So I know I've just noticed recently with the new year, just staying consistent, working out, and eating healthy. That's been huge. I mean, obviously it's different, and it's same with business if you have a business.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've noticed with health too. I've just been feeling so much better.
Absolutely. You know, we're on 75 hard right now. The mental clarity that comes with that, getting that workout in, and then 10 years ago I was 300 pounds, and nobody wants to say it out loud, but I don't really care. You're better at sales when you feel more comfortable in your body, when your clothes fit right and you're feeling good and you're looking good. Like, you're going to feel more confident. You're going to pick up more people. Mm-hmm. People are going to take you more serious. Mm-hmm. I still have a long way to go, but you keep working at it. You keep pushing at it, and you're more confident will lead to more sales, and people will, their first judgment of you, like if you were me, you're sloppy, but you have a fantastic personality.
Wow.
It translates, don't you think, Cozi?
Yeah, absolutely. It's right. You have to be like dressed decently. You can't show up in your pajamas.
You're right.
Expect people to take you seriously.
Exactly. Yeah.
I know. I've gone to an open house after a UFC night before and got up the next morning. I'm not feeling 100%. I go to the open house and I'm like, just like kind of groggy a little bit, and you don't feel good. You're just not feeling it.
You're counting the minutes.
Yeah, and then when someone comes in, you try to come alive a little bit, but compared to now, it's just like,
when I first started, I was playing rugby. And so we'd go play rugby, and it was not good. Not a lot of clients. Not a good sales technique there.
Yeah.
Okay,
feel good, look good.
These are specific questions for you. Ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. As a newer agent, what scares you the most right now?
I would say the feedback from the peers, like from my close friends, family, just the feedback you're gonna get there. The fear of failure, partially.
Yep, I get it.
I would say that.
That's good, and it's big. Like, realizing that up front and being able to say it is huge. Because when you're young, you're a young man, and you don't want to fail in front of people. Mm-hmm. But if you never stop, you're never going to fail. Mm-hmm. Like, if you just don't quit, don't give up. Like, when Cozi started, she waited tables at Olive Garden. Mm-hmm. I threw boxes at UPS in the morning and painted at night. Like, you can make money and still stay in this business, and just don't quit. That's the biggest thing,
Mm-hmm.
The other thing for you, like coming from me, when maybe 2 months ago, I finally was like, I realized other people run out of fear too, because I always have I have a fear of failure. That's why I push so hard. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, I don't want to just be doing stuff out of fear. And then I was like, I'm in this like a women entrepreneur group, and women way more successful than me. That's what they run out of too. So I was like, okay, it's not just me.
Right. Yeah. The other thing too is, I think new agents are scared to put themselves out there because they don't want to be judged by their friends. And Cozi and I had this conversation the other day. She's like, I should do a reel on this. And I'm like, do it. She's like, well, I don't want to look dumb. I'm like, nobody gives a shit about you. Like, nobody cares about you.
And I did it, and I was like, oh, that actually performed.
Gary Vee says it all the time. Like, people don't care about it. They're not thinking about Jake.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They're not. That was a dumb reel. Nobody cares. Like, once you get past that, you'll be unstoppable. Mm-hmm. Because everybody has to know that you sell real estate. Mm-hmm. Everybody that you've ever come in contact with has to know.
Yeah.
And
I
battled this.
Good at like sliding it in conversation.
Right. And I struggle with the same thing. So that's not uncommon. It's a good fear.
Okay, so what lies do new agents tell themselves in year one?
What lies do they tell themselves? Oh man, which ones don't they tell themselves?
That they're working hard.
Yeah,
right.
Tell themselves that they're working hard. Tell themselves, oh man,
making your own hours.
Yeah.
You gotta make a bunch of money, work your own hours.
Yeah. I've noticed a ton, and I've seen myself try and be like, blame it on something else. I'm like, you can't blame this. You just got to keep going. Like you said, kind of grit through. But I could see I've seen people that are in real estate, and I just see a lot of agents drop off. A lot of newer agents. I've had friends that I've seen that are doing it, and they're not doing it.
Oh, and that's the best.
Yeah. It's like, okay, there's one less competition.
Yeah.
When builders go out of business, I'm like, well, it sucks for them, but it's good for me. I mean, that's just less competition.
Yeah.
I think there's a few lies that are told. A broker friend of mine, when I first started, he's like, I hate it when I interview new agents and they're like, oh, I like HGTV and I want to make my own hours.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they think they can do this by sitting at home. You don't meet new people sitting at home. You have to be out. You have to be doing those things.
Yeah.
You know that because if you do the little things right, you do the big things right. We're gonna throw it in everyone.
I know. I feel like we need it like stenciled up.
We do, absolutely. My wrestling coach told me that in 6th grade. If you do the little things right, you do the big things right.
Yeah.
And so if you just keep, and when I first started, my broker, he's still a friend of mine, said you dress up, you show up, you make calls, you take calls every day.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to, do the little things every day to get to the big goals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do you see, Cozi? You see the lot. You talk to a lot more agents.
People do make excuses. Like I think it's just a lot of excuses.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
people are
I've
just
got
like,
kids.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've
kids
got
are a big
kids.
one.
Right.
Yeah.
I had boys in every sport. Cam played football, wrestling, he did judo, and I coached everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the best thing about real estate is you can make your schedule. You're a coach. You coach high school wrestling.
Yep.
You can schedule your day to make that happen.
Oh yeah.
I didn't miss a wrestling tournament. I went to every single one.
Yeah.
You know what I think is funny too is now that you say that, because I've been thinking it lately. I think a lot of these people that are like, oh, I have kids,
Right.
you're missing a huge opportunity with all those other sports parents
Absolutely.
to
Seriously.
Absolutely.
get clients.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I mean,
it's easy to come up with excuses. I think for people saying like, oh, like the clients, there's bigger agents in town, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I think just simple consistency and knocking doors. I knocked 100 doors in a day last year, and I got a client out of it.
oh wow!
I mean,
If you get one, I always
if you
say
get one.
if you get one,
That's a
yeah,
huge win.
one was
if
a
you
win.
get one every open house, I mean, we've sat in
$12 for flyers.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
And
flyer.
a couple hours of time.
that's-
And
yeah.
some,
We've,
some embarrassment.
We've sat
Oh
through.
yeah, I had one guy rip one in my face. It
Oh,
was pretty
geez.
funny. It was I think. Oh no, I was just at the time I brought a new guy on the team for EXP for that brokerage, and yeah, he was door knocking with me, and yeah, he saw the guy ripping my
Oh,
face.
funny.
We got a good
man.
laugh out of that one.
Yeah.
So,
Great
what would
approach.
you rather be bad at publicly right now than never start at all?
Be bad at publicly now, but never start at all.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I don't want to be bad at anything.
I don't really.
But if you
If I
it was
had to be bad at one thing now publicly,
or just never start.
oh, I'd rather be not publicly. Oh, whatever. I mean, yeah, I'd rather just start bad. I mean, I feel like I never start perfect at something.
Yeah.
So you always have to start kind of.
Oh, you have to be bad.
You have to.
You're gonna be bad.
Yeah.
at something.
And so a good example is I'm running,
Mhm.
not well, but we did a 10K in Bozeman last year, and I'm running, and there's these little old ladies in strollers, 70-year-old ladies blowing by me,
They'll get you.
Yeah.
They don't stop. Right? You never see them stop and walk.
oh yeah.
And they catch you at the end.
You got some lady with twins in a stroller pushing two kids. Yeah.
So what does winning look like in the next 12 months?
Winning looks like achieving the goals that we talked about, that we kind of sat down and talked
Yeah.
about when we were doing our little goals for the year, achieving some of those. And then
All of
all of them. We didn't make too many. So it's really
Okay.
staying
Yeah.
healthy, happy,
Cool.
health, wealth, and happiness. That's the goal for this year.
Okay, Levi, you're up now.
Winning for me.
Hold
just,
on.
Oh,
No,
oh,
new questions.
speed around.
What mistakes do you see new agents making today that didn't exist 10 to 15 years ago?
They're not on social media enough. Social media it's free advertising.
Necessary evil.
Necessary evil. I don't love it either, but you have to do it, and we have to do more of it. They're not doing enough open houses. Open houses is the gateway to every deal that probably we do. I mean, I hate it.
So Levi's been saying, I'm not going to do open houses at 50. After I'm 50, I'm not doing open houses at
That's why you brought me on the team.
I know.
He turns 50 this year.
I turned 50 this year.
Earlier this year, he said, I'm going to do an open house every week.
I just kill it. But it's I think that fear of failing is bigger now because of social media, because you're putting yourself out there.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't put yourself out there, then no one is going to know that what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like we just had a deal with a kid that you went to high school with, and you didn't even know he was buying a house.
Yeah,
but it still happens to us.
A good buddy of mine.
Yeah.
Honestly, a pretty decent buddy of mine. Yeah.
Oh, that's so infuriating.
Yeah.
I felt that.
Yeah. I can't blame him. You guys are too.
Well, no, it's happened to me, and it makes me irate when it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's a huge. Social media is the driver for getting business, and obviously, like there's mistakes and contracts and stuff that you can make, but we're talking about sales today.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to just get in front of more people. That's it's a numbers game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Cozi loves my analogy. To me, it's like when you're young and you're at a bar trying to pick up a girl. You go to the first one and she says she's not interested. You don't just stop. You go to the next one. It's a numbers game.
I was like, you told your kid that?
There's bound to be one. There's bound to be.
Always. There's always someone that.
What did Cam say when you told him? I'm not afraid of hearing
I'm not afraid of hearing no.
Oh, man.
So,
I get it.
what still matters in real estate that social media hasn't changed, which I feel like we already kind of touched on.
And I think follow up is the big thing.
And
I have to get better at that as well. I'm great at picking up the clients. I just, for some ungodly reason, I suck at following up.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why. I always have. I've left millions of dollars on the table by not following up.
Yeah.
And but I'm working on it. That's a goal this year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now let's talk about like some mental toughness.
Okay.
What was the moment you wanted to quit but didn't?
So for me, it was probably like that 2008 time, that when the market was down, there was a lot of stuff stacked on top, you know, getting divorced, market crashed. I was working, had to work other jobs. But like quitting is never an option for me. That's the one thing that I do well is right foot, left foot, just keep going. Because nothing can stop you if you don't stop yourself.
Mm-hmm.
How do you respond when a deal dies after weeks of work?
I throw shit.
You've gotten better at that.
I've gotten a lot better at that, my anger. It happens. It's just something that happens, and you can't control it. All you can do is do your best.
And you don't really throw shit, to be honest. It happens. You know, you just have to move on to the next one.
Yeah, you do. You do your best.
And a lot of times, like in real estate, your deals don't die at right. Your client doesn't fire you and go on to something else. Something happens, right?
Right. They lose
Home
a job.
inspection.
Yeah.
Yep,
Home inspection on price.
So with that, it's like even if it's like their financing falls apart and they're not going to be able to buy a house for a couple of years, they'll come back in a couple of years.
Right.
Levi makes fun of me because I will ride it till the end.
This is Cozi's best attribute. She will work with the client until they end up closing something.
Yes.
Years. Show them hundreds of houses.
I'm about to close 2 houses that it's been 2 years.
2 years. And they're difficult.
Oh, man.
It's been difficult. Yeah.
I just closed one with a year of working with this guy.
Yeah.
And I had one deal where I was working with a couple and I was showing them properties for probably a good while. I was planning on listing their home too. And it was a long process. And eventually I was talking to, one of my mentors at the time. I had a couple other old mentors and I was talking to one of them at the time and they're like, if a cash, no contingency deal, go 5% less, 5% lower than the asking price. I was like, he's like, probably right around there. So we did that, got rejected, and my clients were super, super upset. And I was like, shoot, that sucks. All right, well, we could try resubmitting an offer, go full asking, or we could and they're like, no, we're done with that one. Let's go to the next one. So we offer $5,000 under asking price, all cash, no contingencies, no inspection. They were like, we don't want an inspection. I was like, all right, you guys are saying that they rejected the offer. And I was like, no way. I was like, no way. And then these clients were so mad at me. And they were like, we are mad with the advice. And ended up leaving. I was like, I need a mental day here. I need one mental day after working with these guys for so long. I was like.
So to that point though, Cozi, and this is something that newer agents, especially younger agents do, is they'll get one under contract and they'll be like, okay, we're going to make a good amount of money on this. We're not going to keep prospecting.
Mhm.
Where, then they're, banking on that money coming in, where this is why having multiple deals, having multiple prospects, it has to be part of your daily non-negotiables to prospect every day.
Mm-hmm.
Even now that we have 60 houses building, Cozi's probably got 20 or 30 in her pipeline for buying or selling. It has to be prospecting every day.
Yes. And it's easy to get wrapped up in keeping your deals together and whatever every day. And then all of a sudden they all close and you're like, oh shit, I don't have anything.
And I made that mistake when I started building houses. I was building a spec house. I got it pre-sold and I was busy with the day-to-day getting the houses built. And then they both closed about the same time. I'm like, oh shit, I'm unemployed. Like I got to get the next one. So now when we have a spec house that goes under contract, Ashley and I work together. We get the next plan, the next lot, the next loan in place. So that, because, it takes time for, the banks to do their thing. So then by the time that spec house is closed, we're ready to dig the other one and it just keeps compounding because everything takes time.
Yep.
And time is what we don't have. We have to cheat it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How do you stop yourself from mentally spiraling in this business?
That's probably a better question for you. You're the spiraler.
Yeah, I would say I try spiral every once in a while.
I spiraled after that deal.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. I had a little bit of a spiral.
It's changed. my way of coping has changed. When I was Jake's age, I'd go sit in a dive bar with my high school buddies and drink the pain away.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's, go work out so hard that I'm laying on a puddle of sweat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like that's what I do now too. Like I have to go clear my head.
It cures.
And it's like you just have to go destroy yourself physically to where you're not even.
It's not as fun
anything.
as having Sanders on the jukebox in a dive bar, but you definitely feel better.
Yeah. Getting out, doing something like taking the dog for a walk, getting my mind clear, and then just coming back and being like, all right, well now I got to go get 5 more clients.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember the next day I was like, all right, I got to make up for this deal.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So what's more dangerous, early success or early failure?
Oh, early successes.
Early
I
success.
feel way more dangerous.
Because it happened to me. I thought I was on top of the world. Mm-hmm. 24, making $100,000 a year. Because when you grow up super poor, $100,000 is kind of the marker. That's what you want to make. And then I make it right off the rip. And dude, when I was starting to sell houses, I told you this. It was $80,000 houses. There was none of this $500,000 houses out there. That was and so there was a lot of hustle, a lot of hustle, but there was a lot of success early. Mm-hmm. And then the market crashed. I got lazy, stopped doing the little things. So I definitely think early success.
Mm-hmm.
Getting that early failure, though.
If you let it get you down to I have seen a lot of people that get out of the business and a lot of businesses. If
you don't have good people around you keeping you pushing, having those conversations. I don't get I don't fall into the depression or anything. I'm a big believer in action breeds action. Mm-hmm. So the more that you do, the more good things will come.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Kind of a speed round question. So ready? So you're brand new-ish. You've been doing it for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You've been doing it for a very long time. Hold on. Who actually has the advantage and why?
I think Levi's giving me the advantage a little bit by getting me on the team here.
I think that's a solid, but it's a win for both of us. That it scratches a couple itches for just to what Jake just said. It helps us, get more bodies in houses, and then it helps me as a leader and me as a person because I'll feel good if you do well. That's the selfish part.
So is it experience or hunger that's going to?
I think if you have both,
when you have the combination, it's going to be a lethal combination. The
thing that Jake has is he's got time to get there. As long as he doesn't take that as he can sit back and do nothing. I'm running out of that time. That's where his advantage is. Mine is that I have that spiel down. I have the experience. So that's why it's great for be able to come work with us, because he can use our experience. To where now I have to tell people, I've got a great team. I've got Ashley and Tyler that they're going to help take care of you during this process. Where Jake meets somebody at an open house, he's like, hey, you are my main focus.
Yeah.
I'm going to take care of you because I don't have a ton of time.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and then
there's a nicer way to finesse that.
no, 100%, 100%.
Yeah.
But then he can also be like, but if there's a question that comes up that stumps me, I have the experienced people on my squad to help me through that. So those are, I think it's the best of both worlds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shorter answers on this.
Okay.
Okay. These are like for reals.
Okay.
So no rambling.
Okay.
Okay. What did sports teach you that gives you an unfair advantage in real estate?
Hunger. Hate.
Wow.
No, I took that right up.
From what Jake said, even if you're down and out, you can come back and still win.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's taught me to go into everything with a killing mindset.
Okay. What's the most boring thing you do every day that's made you the most money?
Follow up.
It's
follow up.
Just simple research.
Yeah, simple research. Follow up. Yep.
Okay. So we're talking rookie fear, right?
Yeah.
This is for you. What scares you the most right now, and why are you doing it anyway?
Social media. And the reason I'm doing it anyway is because, like he said, it's free marketing. But it is so fearful.
It is, yep. What lies do new agents believe that quietly kills their career? And which one are you fighting right now?
I currently don't feel like I'm fighting any too bad. I'd say the fear of failure, slightly fear of failure, but
Okay.
really not fighting it too bad. For a lot of other agents, I think there's a lot of things that are kind of slowly killing them, between clients trying to go out, fight some of those bigger agents for some of those listings or some of those clients. And so I think there's a lot of agents that are probably struggling with that.
I think a lot of the lies that new agents will tell them that they're slow because the market's slow. There's always people buying, selling real estate transactions in every market.
Yeah.
What works in real estate that social media never talks about?
What works in real estate?
Mm-hmm.
That social media never talks about. Door knocking. People
Yeah,
don't
no,
think
people-
door knocking works.
It
I hear
works.
a lot of people crap
It
on
works.
But I
Yeah.
picked up, I've had three from door knocking.
Wow.
So,
Yeah. I think following up with your sphere, even if you have nothing to follow up with, just calling like Happy Thanksgiving or birthdays, your sphere of influence is your biggest base of clients. And just, calling 10 a week, just checking in, see how you're doing, just reminding you I'm in real estate, anything I can ever do for you, let me know.
If you guys have if a family member's a good baker, bringing some cookies to neighbors with a little business card.
Yeah.
During the Christmas time, I did that to my neighbors.
Ashley's the baker.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
They got you now.
Okay. What do you do on days you feel unmotivated but still win?
I get up and do it right away.
Yeah.
I just tackle it. And mostly that's the gym. And then once you get those endorphins.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I don't feel like I ever wake up like unmotivated for work. Right?
Yeah.
It's because it's like you just go do it.
Yeah.
So
And
that's kind
Andy
of
Versella calls that the power pivot. When you don't want to do something, just do it right then. And then the stress is gone, everything is gone. Just get it done.
Yep.
When did you stop thinking like an agent and start thinking like a professional?
Oh, that's a good question. Probably when I started the building company, because then I controlled the inventory. So that changed the mindset a little bit to, you're selling a product, not just a service.
I think learning from a professional, for me, I think it's going to be a slow transition of agent to professional by learning from Levi. So
Yeah, I think
I do think I've had some good mentors in my life too, where I feel like I'm not there. I'm maybe like a quarter of the way to professional. Still mostly.
yeah. Well, you just learn certain things. You learn the pace that a professional has. You know, when you're responding to your clients and vendors and bankers, like if you're lackadaisical in that kind of stuff, then you know if you're not answering your phone. Which is the craziest thing that people don't answer their phone, Jake.
I answered today.
You did answer today.
I was on the phone with my mom.
I answer every call. Even if I think it's a spam, I'm answering. People that showed up at the office yesterday, they had an Illinois phone number. It could have been a spam. Answered it. They were sitting in the parking lot. I'm showing them houses today. Answer your phone.
Yeah, honestly, it just happened to me the other day too. Number I didn't know called, answered it. Guy that bought a house 4 or 5 years ago. We're now under contract on another one and getting ready to list his. So it's like,
yeah. Well, here's a great story. So our family are farmers in North Dakota, and Cameron's mom came out there one day and she's like, "Oh, it smells so bad." And you know, this is when we were first together. And my uncle's like, "Do you smell that?" And she's like, "Yeah." He's like, "That's money." And so, years later, I'm with the same people, and my phone's blowing up, and I keep answering it, and the same uncle and my dad are standing there, and they're like, "That damn phone, I'd get rid of that." And I'm like, every time that rings, do you know what that is? That's money. And they never questioned me again.
Yeah,
you just had to put it in their
lingo, right?
Yeah.
So if someone watches this and does nothing, what did they miss?
I think they missed the fun of sales. To me, it is the ultimate competition. This takes guys like Jake and I, who once had glory days, but we don't have to sit at the bar and talk about our glory days in our Letterman's jacket. We get to go out and compete every day. To me, we call it chasing the dragon because I've never done heroin, but it's got to be the closest thing.
It also makes me laugh because Cam even said after he did his pig wrestling thing this year, I said, "Dude, that was your state championship," and he said, "I peaked." So you're not peaking.
Yeah, that's what my girlfriend like. She was like some old wrestling master. She's like, "Man, you peaked in high school." I'm like, "You haven't seen peaking yet."
Not yet. Not yet.
I'm not there yet. Yeah. You just wait.
And waking up, having that mindset to wake up and compete is an attribute that not a lot of people have. And I think that will separate you from a lot of people.
Yeah, I think if there's anything that like an agent if there's any agents that could take away something, is like that not giving up kind of drive too. Also, just like the fun, like you said, of real estate, and also just having that fun in competition.
Yeah,
like just
I'd love to see some of these agents go wrestle. Cozi against Liz.
Oh, I could totally kill Liz. Except I told you about her at yoga.
I know. She might be sneaky strong, core strength.
Yeah.
Call-outs, I guess.
Yeah.
That's all I have, guys.
Well, great. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Follow me at Levi on Instagram.